Hey guys, Rabbit here, and today we're going to be doing a update on my male Saiyan guide video. This is going to be a level 180 build video on how to fully optimize the male Saiyan. Let's get right into the video. As you can see, not much has changed since the last time, but I wanted to bring up a few disclaimers and I wanted to bring up possible options for charge moves and the transformation. But to do a brief summary, say if you didn't see the last video, my level 160 optimal male Saiyan guide, the Soaring Fist is pretty much going to be your go-to in order for you to end a combo. So after you do your triangle square triangle combo or your beast combo, you're doing Soaring Fist into Heat Wave. Or if you don't have 3 bars of ki, you could you have 2 bars, you could do just Heat Wave and keep the combo going. These two synergize extremely well with each other and are fantastic combo enders or combo extenders. Which, you know, that's pretty much just how you're going to use these two. Supreme Fury, it's a counter move. Whenever your opponent is just being extremely aggressive towards you, just throw it out. If they punch you once or twice, you just let it rip, and then they just take a small chunk of health. But it is pretty good damage, regardless. Power Rush and Final Rampage. Power Rush is pretty much an all-out move where if you break your opponent's stamina, or if they have no stamina, you could pretty much throw it out and just try to end the match there and there. You know, pretty good move if you have the resources. Final Rampage is a good move that you can use when your opponent has little to no stamina, and you could just force them to either use evasive or force them to take the blunt of the entirety of the move. Instant Rise is just Instant Rise. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good move to get out of really very, very dangerous moves. Divinity Unleashed. I'm using this because I think it works pretty well as a move to just quickly get your ki in the middle of battle. It's a pretty, I guess, active move where instead of standing still, being left vulnerable, trying to like get your full ultimate charge, or you know, you only get 2 bars of ki just for like charging for a brief moment. I feel like Divinity Unleashed is a good middle ground between ultimate charge and burst charge, because you could just throw out the opponent, you could just launch him back, use Divinity Unleashed for like just charge for like a bar, and then you get the power up, and then you'll just get all your ki pretty much within a single combo, whether you're getting hit or if your opponent is getting hit. But if you don't want to use that and if you don't have the move, then you could just go for ultimate charge, which is just better for PvE. But if you're using PvP moves, or not PvP moves, but if you're just going for PvP, use burst charge for the most part. Either way, I think Divinity Unleashed is a very good middle ground between both moves. Beast. I'm using Beast because this is primarily going to be the PvE transformation. PvP transformation can also go for Super Saiyan God, but I got a lot of complaints, or not a lot, of course like 3 or 2 people, but I got complaints nonetheless. People were saying, hey, I can't cancel out of my combo moves, brother. I can't try hard at my PvP grind. And it's like, alright, well, if you don't want to use this, then just use Super Saiyan like Blue. It's always Super Saiyan Blue and Blue Evolved have been the best transformations in the game. So if you're just doing PvP, just stick to these two if you want to. I just have to say, I believe this transformation is just better overall for me, because it amplifies the normal attack power to such a degree. I feel like it's worth it just to have this move to synergize it with these special moves and stuff. And I feel like the trade-off of not having super attack, power up is a very, very like fair trade. You're doing 2 health bars worth of damage as a trade-off of not powering up these moves. But for the sake of this video, we're going to be showing it off with Beast, because the Beast transformation has the combo that does significantly higher damage than the triangle square triangle combo God can do. But regardless, this move is pretty good. And before you go to the comments, right? What about Saiyan Blaster? You could transform after you use it. Well, here's the thing. Saiyan Blaster doesn't last that long. If you use it, you probably want to use it with a transformation that's pretty fast as well, because it is 400 stamina to use, which is already significantly more expensive than just a 300 bar one. The fact that you use it doesn't cover all of the long transformations that you have to do. Like if you use it and then you use Ultra Instinct or Beast, you are not completely covered and left pretty vulnerable. If you use it against, if you're using it with Super Saiyan Blue Evolved or Blue or any other transformation though, I think you're good for the most part. But other than that, yeah, using Saiyan Blaster and then like Beast, that's a no-go. It doesn't work very well, especially for PvP. Hell, I used this and it broke in PvE. I did this, I used Beast, and the AI just figured out, hey, wait a minute, let me kick his ass, and then he broke my stamina. But anyways, yeah, this is what we're gonna use for the build. Alright, up next we got the QQ Bang and the Super Soul. The QQ Bang we're talking about is the same as last time. You're going to want to combine Super Saiyan 4 Suit Goku's clothes and Goku Black's clothes, not the Diamond one obviously. But once you combine them with Super Mix Capsule Z's, just roll for it at the Capsule Corporation. If you don't get it, don't leave the Capsule Corporation menu. Just close application, reopen it. You'll have all your stuff and just try to re-roll for this exact QQ Bang. If you don't get it, and that's fine, as long as you have like +3 in Ki and then 5 in Stamina, Basic Attack, and Strike Supers, then you're good. Honestly, you're good. I don't think you have to get any more after that. But anyways, that's what we're trying to strive for. Alright, now for the Super Soul, I'll surpass you as I am with my own power. This is the brand new best Parallel Quest Super Soul in the entire game. And it's pretty decent for PvP. As for raids, probably not. Don't bring this one. There are better options than this for raids. But as for parallel questing, this is the best one. What it does is it shortens your guard break by 15%, alright, pretty good. And when your guard is broken, it boosts all your attacks by 10% and boosts stamina recovery speed by 10%, and it stacks up to 5 times, meaning when fully stacked, you get a 50% boost to all your damage and a 50% stamina recovery speed buff. That is pretty damn good, and the reason why it's the best now in comparison to the original previous best Parallel Quest Super Soul is because this one, every time, it only boosted one thing, just your attacks by 50%, which was pretty good at the time, I must say. But, you know, once this was fully stacked, and it took time for this to be stacked, obviously, which it wasn't the hardest, just, you know, a little annoying, it pretty much was the best until, you know, a kind person brought this to light, that this is a pretty decent Super Soul to be using for parallel questing. They didn't have another good take with a balanced build, but you know, I still appreciate what they brought to the table in terms of you know, information. Regardless, this is the pretty best Parallel Quest Super Soul in the entire game, and nothing comes close. Alright, for the attribute points, we got 43 in Ki, 114 in Stamina, 200 in Basic Attacks, and 200 in Strike Supers. Now, because we reached level 180, we previously couldn't reach the hard cap of 15 bars of Ki and Stamina by ourselves without the use of Super Souls and stuff to increase our Ki and Stamina. But now, since we are now at level 180, we can reach the 15 bar cap. And with that cap, that means that we can actually put too much points into Ki and Stamina. Which, what that means is, let's say, see this? This right here is the actual 15 bars of Stamina, like, count. Exactly as it is, no more, no less. But if I were to put these points into here, beyond 114, those points wouldn't do anything because I've already hit the max cap of Stamina that we can get. So, because I've already invested all of these points into, you know, the max cap of 15 bars, there's no point for me to invest any more points in here. So with the rest of those points, I'm just going to dump it in something that I can use, like Ki. As for why I'm not putting it into health and Ki Blast Supers, you get 30 points of health per point, which sounds not that bad, but when you realize 30 health points per attribute point is absolutely terrible. If it was 100 points in health, maybe I would consider putting, you know, this into here, but it's not. It's such a negligibly small amount that even if I were to invest 200 points in it, all of those 200 points can get nuked in a single combo or less. Or just rather just a single super attack. There's no point really to have those points into health because it's useless. Honestly, the health stat has always just been terrible. There's no cap or soft cap or anything like oh yeah, you get more points if you get more health if you put points into a little bit of points in it. It's not like that. It's always just going to be 30 points, and it doesn't scale depending on how hard you go into a stat. it's always just a flat cost of 30. It's terrible. But you know, we've known that since the beginning of time. Many of us have. As for why I know points into Ki Blast Supers, it's because my character is wide build and he gets negative 3% benefits from Ki Blast Supers. If you want to, you could get rid of some of this. You can just get rid of all this and then put it into here, or you know, get rid of this and balance some of this to this if your character's maybe like a medium build where he's not thin or like thick. You could just like invest these points and just even them out right here, and that would actually be totally fine and justifiable. But as for the sake of this video, I'm trying to maximize the best stat for the male Saiyan, which is the basic attack here. But anyways, on to the next segment. Alright, we're going to be testing out the DPS transformed without the Super Soul stacked and with the Super Soul stacked. We'll do the Beast combo and then just some super attack tests. So the Beast combo, we'll do almost around a health bar and a half. Yeah, there we go, like around a health bar and a half almost. Soaring Fist does like around half a health bar almost, and this does more than half a health bar. Heat Wave, when you just let it rip, doesn't matter if you charge it or not, it's gonna do almost an entire health bar, just 500 away from it. And Supreme Fury does a chunk of health, around a little less than half a health bar. Final Rampage will do $20,000, and for the final piece of Resistance, Power Rush will do 37,000 health once. So that's 3 health bars and a half, a little over that at least. An incredible test of strength, even without the Super Soul being stacked. Now, for this next segment, we're gonna probably have to enable infinite health because it is quite the well, we're gonna have to do it auto recovery first. I'll do infinite health once we do the Jiren ultimate attack. For now, let's make the AI break my guard. Alright, after literally like 30 minutes of the AI not breaking my guard, I finally have it fully stacked, and we're gonna show off the damage of the Beast combo, plus the supers. Nearly 2 bars of health with that 50% damage increase. Insane. Now, we're gonna do Soaring Fist. Literally over a little over half of a health bar and fully charged. Nearly a full health bar. Now, Heat Wave. Over half a health bar, nearly a bar and a half. And Supreme Fury, half a health bar. Now, Final Rampage. Almost 3 health bars. Now, for this last segment, I'm probably going to have to put him at infinite health, since I'm pretty sure he's not going to live it. But, you know, I'm going to just put it here just in case. It's a precaution, and we're going to see how good Power Rush is. Five and a half health bars. Nearly 5.5 health bars. Would this have killed him? I'm not sure. Let's see, actually. Let's see it. Did this kill? It very much did. It was overkill, in fact. Alright, now that you know the strength of this move, let's take it into some parallel quests. Yes, even Broly agrees. Come on, let's go. Quick note. I'm going to be doing the showcase without Hercule, but if you want to have an even better experience with clearing these parallel quests, you're going to want to equip you want to have double Hercule in your team, right? Custom Hercule with this Super Soul in particular, because every time you knock out somebody, if you knock them out and not them, you get a 5% boost to all your attacks. But if it's 2 of them, it's a 10% boost to all your attacks. So if you knock out 10 enemies, you're doubling your damage because it's a 100% boost to all your attack. As for the stats, I just put technical so they don't do too much damage, and I have the skill set as this. This stuns them. This makes it so they stop locking onto you, which is good because you could just hit them when they're distracted. This gives them stamina. This makes them, guards if they're being locked on already. This just has them distract the opponent. Don't equip this one because they'll just kick them away, and that's annoying. And I have super back jump because it's, these are pretty much the same. As for the costume, it does not matter. But I'll probably just have this on for next time. But whatever, it's all good, it's all good. But anyways, we're going to go to the next segment. Alright, I'm going to show off the build in the hardest parallel quest in the game, the final battle before the ultimate final battle, or whatever it's called. This one, because of how many enemies are in it, it's considered one of the more harder fights in the game. And if you failed to notice, yes, I have the PC version save editor as a godsend. I've already grinded this 1,000 times, so I'm going to grind it again for all y'all. Let's get right into it. To show off the effectiveness of this build, I'm going to be running this quest solo. No support from the Hercule Saiyans, no nothing. We're just going to run it like this, and I'll show you how good this build is. Alright, after being fully stacked up, I'm pretty sure we'd be able to just blitz this in no time. Hell, we probably could have been able to blitz it without this Super Soul. But we gotta show off how effective this is, so let's go. Alright, 1 full health bar. Alright, nuked. Pow! Pow! Yeah! Alright, we're beating this pretty darn fast. Ah, great, Hercule showed up. Alright, well. This actually might be harder since their AI is probably going to try to interrupt my combo. Yeah, this is pretty much the strat. Just spam beast combo and keep the synergy going.
Saiyan.
Alright, there we go. We absolutely nuked it, despite the fact Hercule tried to come in and help, but did absolutely nothing. God, I hate how Beast looks with the eye change. I wish they just made it so it changes your pupils red or something. Oh well, it is what it is. As you can see, that build did crazy amounts of damage, and I'm pretty sure every other parallel quest they bring it in, it'll just absolutely nuke it and destroy it. If there was any changes I would make to the build, maybe you could probably alter it a bit if you wanted to make it a little bit less normal attack centered. You could just make your character a thin build and instead put less attributes into strikes and put them more into Ki Blast supers, so you could still have your basic attack build, but invest more into Ki Blast supers, because Ki Blast supers are supreme. They rule the game. I just pick strike supers because my character just gets 3% more from this, so why not? But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm very glad you watched to the end. If you did, feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Very stereotypical of me to say something like that, I know. But hey, whatever works, works, am I right? Anyways, I hope you all have a good day. Thank you so much for watching.